Are you interested in meaningfully drawing on the linguistic assets of the multilingual learners in your classroom? eCALLMS e-learning communities for academic language learning in mathematics and science. How do you scaffold learning for your multilingual students? We explore successful approaches through 6-week online modules offered by the University of Colorado Denver and funded by a grant from the U.S. Department of Education. Multiple practicing teachers have tested these professional development modules, helping them be even more meaningful in the classroom.
So how do you feel about this module over?
It was the best because it was simple and it was, I liked how it was laid out, very similar for each unit. You knew what was going to happen. I liked the way that there were options for the activity rather than this week do this activity. So it kind of included what you were working on at the time. And then I also liked that it had a make your own activity in case that it didn't fit. You know, over fall break I wasn't in school, so I made my own. It worked out fine. It had a short reading and a short video. So the reading was like a 3-5-page article and the video was like 2 to 10 minutes. Totally doable. But they were the bang for your buck kind of articles and videos that stuck with me. So I had some definitely strong takeaways from the readings. They were well selected.
Next, let's look at the learning model for the eCALLMS modules. Is a 3-step cycle that repeats over a 5-week period. The 3 steps include explore, make it work, and share. This is the eCALLMS module on math fractions. Each module has an essential question like the one shown here. What is the language of fractions and how can all students have access to it? The initial page of a module includes an introduction by a content author to set the framework for a participant's learning. Navigation is done through the left frame. Let's click on Week 1. Week 1 has now expanded. The steps that repeat each week, explore, make it work, and share, are displayed. First, the learner reviews the guiding question for the week, and then views an introductory video or a checklist that outlines the week's activities. Next, the learner clicks on Explore. The Explore section is where the learner acquires new knowledge. Activities will consist of readings and videos. After learners have completed the Explore activities, they begin a discussion with their online colleagues about what they learned and what questions were raised for them. Downloadable files and web resources are accessible as well. Learners then move on to Step 2 of the learning cycle, make it work. Sometimes there's an initial required activity. Then the learner chooses one of 3 or 4 options. This is their opportunity to apply what they learned in the Explore section to their classroom. The last option is always You Make It Work. This allows the learner to design and implement their own plan, especially if they're participating in a module that includes content they're not currently teaching. After completing an evidence of their learning from their Make It Work option, learners move to the Share section. Here, in the 3rd step of the cycle, the learner reviews the guiding question for the week, uploads their learning artifact, and shares their thoughts about their learning. They also respond to their peers' posts. This completes the 1st week. The learner then continues the 3-step model through the next 5 weeks. During Week 6, synthesis of what you've learned, the learner creates a final artifact as evidence of their learning. This might be an audio or video clip, a lesson plan or classroom activity, a presentation, a reflection, or captioned photographs. This artifact is posted in the discussion area, and the learner participates in a final online conversation with their colleagues. Once the learner has fully participated in an eCALLMS module, they can request a continuing education unit and a certificate of completion. The modules have been designed for a 6-week schedule. However, they can be adapted. You can request information about scheduled modules or enroll your own study group based on your timeline. 3 eCALLMS modules are available now: Second Language Acquisition, Math Fractions, and Math Ratios and Proportions. In the fall of 2014, 6 more eCALLMS modules will be available. Please consider the possibility that the eCALLMS professional development modules may be a perfect fit for your school, your district, or for you personally. Thanks to the grant, these modules are free to practicing teachers in 2014. To enroll or receive more information about specific modules, contact eCALLMS at ucdenver.edu.